Today, on April 30th, 2025, TDS reworked one of its oldest event towers, the Swarmer, a mid-game beekeeper tower that applies a status debuff that can stack and deal damage over time on enemies. Pre-rework, this was easily one of the worst towers in the entire game, with horrible stats, bad cost efficiency, and an underwhelming damage over time effect. Although in the past it had been super broken because of a lot of bugs that it had, but in the modern day, this tower's rework has been the most broken, the most overpowered tower to ever touch this game. This tower is more overpowered than Gatling Gun on release. This tower feels like a cheat code, an admin tower, an instant win mechanic, and it's dirt cheap to upgrade to at 10k to max out, and can stack this damage over time ability infinitely. And it has a grenade ability at level 3 that can apply this debuff in a range, in a huge range at that. It has no placement limit and doesn't require any support towers other than Commander to buff it, because its fire rate is the only thing that matters, as the bees cannot be buffed. The DPS of the bees at max level is 8 per second, and that sounds pretty horrible, but when you stack this ability 1,000 times on a single enemy, which is easily doable, you are doing 8,000 damage per second. If you want to know how insane that is, if you were to combine the total DPS of Pursuit, Turret, Engineer, Golden Minigunner, and Accelerator at max level with their placement limits, you can get around 9,000 DPS, which is only 1,000 more DPS. And Swarmers can easily apply more than 1,000 bees to a single target with Commanders. To get all of those DPS towers maxed, by the way, it would cost you around $1.9 million, which is basically only achievable in Polluted Wasteland. To get 20 maxed Swarmers and 3 supporting Commanders, it would cost you just below 300k, for more DPS than every single mainline DPS tower in the game combined. This game in a single day has gone from bringing varied loadouts to support each other to building your entire loadout to support the Swarmer, because its DPS is better than 5 of the best towers in the game combined. It may not have hidden detection or flying detection, but it doesn't even need that. You can have 3 other towers to worry about those specific detections, while the Swarmer can deal with literally everything else. In the first 3 hours of this tower being released, Dank was able to beat Hardcore with only 3 towers, and one of them was the Swarmer. This is all pretty insane, but I think the implications of this tower's release are super scummy, and these developers knew exactly what they were doing. There are only really 2 explanations for how this tower released as broken as it did. Either the TDS QA team and balancers are absolutely, unbelievably incompetent to not realize how broken this tower was, which, by the way, it only took me around 1 Fallen match to realize how broken this tower was, or, the more likely option, the TDS developers purposely released a super broken tower that you can only obtain with Robux and are essentially doing a Robux rug pull on everybody. Because this tower is going to get nerfed, and it will get nerfed hard. And people who bought the Swarmer will have essentially wasted their money on a tower that is now worthless. And I hate to shit on TDS, because I like this game a lot. I mean, I'm level 370, but I can't really see an actual logical explanation for how this tower released, other than the team is completely incompetent, or you scammed a bunch of people with an OP tower. And I usually dislike the rhetoric that the TDS devs are really overly greedy and money hungry, because they give a lot of stuff away for free that they don't really have to, but this is something that I can't really ignore. It is a blatant attempt at basically a Robux rug pull. And I don't know how they're going to fix this, but if you want to have a ton of easy wins on the hardest modes, buy this tower and abuse it while you can. Goodbye.